The surprising amount of Ethereum you need to retire. It's lower than you might expect. What amount of Ethereum would allow you to retire in 10 years? Are we referring to a yearly income of $50,000? How much money are we talking about? We will outline various scenarios and the amount of Ethereum you would require based on how high it is projected to rise in the future. First off, the price of Ethereum is currently at 1,500 or more. Let's assume that the cost is 1,550 in these circumstances. It may therefore alter slightly if you watch this in a few weeks and the price has already significantly increased or decreased. Also, I'm not advising anyone to buy, sell, or do anything else with Ethereum based on these figures. And I'm not claiming that Ethereum will make it simpler to retire, even if prices rise significantly. Even if Ethereum doubles in value, it will still cost a lot of money to live off of Ethereum. Please take that into account. Welcome to Altcoin Heroes, your most reliable source of cryptocurrency news and predictions. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. We'll upload videos about the latest news, trends, and predictions in crypto. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you won't be missing out or left behind, and be updated. Presently, most people follow the financial independence and retirement early or FIRE method, sometimes known as the 4% rule, when considering retirement. Essentially, you are allowed to take out 4% annually if you have $1 million in a retirement account. But at the moment, things vary a bit. With Ethereum, the supply gets smaller every year. The rewards of staking rise. The loss in supply ultimately contributes to increasing the price. In a manner similar to a dividend, the staking rewards go out to you directly. As a result, I believe we can somewhat alter our assumptions regarding the safe withdrawal rate. We could put something different for this. So, we're going to make a somewhat different assumption. We'll make the assumption that the supply of ETH declines by 1.5% annually. Ethereum supply is actually falling as a result of the most recent proof of stake merging, thereby pushing its inflation rate to a deflationary 0.1%. Let's presume that it will cause a 1.5% deflation now. This is because, given the current state of the economy and the fact that we are in a bear market, there will likely be far more activity on the network in 10 years than there is today. I predict that there will be a much greater demand, which will accelerate the supply's decline. We'll suppose that staking rewards are set at 2%. Currently, it's harder than that, just about 4 to 5%. But we're going to presume that as more users join the network, staking payouts will decrease. There are 5 different possibilities. One is coasting FIRE, which is just building enough money based on that sum's continued appreciation to enable retirement at some point in the future. Hence, for the purposes of coasting FIRE, we're going to assume that by 2033, you'll stop investing in Ethereum and leave it alone. Over a period of 20 years, it will increase by 10% annually. Naturally, Ethereum could increase significantly beyond that, but we'll assume 10%. After that, 20 years later. Hence, in 2053, you're going to enter traditional FIRE, which simply means that you will be able to withdraw $100,000 per year in costs and can stop working a 9-to-5 job. Lean FIRE would provide you with a $50,000 a year in costs if you wanted to be a little more aggressive and retire in 10 years. Now, that might not be enough for some folks, while it may be way too much for others. Remember that since this is the future, there will likely be some inflation by 2030. We're going to assume that Fat FIRE has annual expenses of $250,000. Finally, Rich FIRE. Assuming you were considering spending $1 million annually, if you truly want it, you may earn up to $1 million a year. But that's a whole lot of money to be spending. We'll now examine various Ethereum pricing. Again, there is currently some deflation. We're going to make an assumption, figure out this price, and then demonstrate what the equivalent would cost in Ethereum today based on the supply chain. We'll basically examine these various scenarios in 2033. If Ethereum increases to $5,000, it will rise just slightly higher than it did at the end of the previous peak, when we rose to about $4,800. For the purposes of this scenario, deflation will now be at 1.5% annually. Because some ETH will be removed from the supply, that would be about comparable to $4,300 now. The next price goal, or scenario, is going to be $15,000, which is essentially a thrice increase from the most recent market peak. But once more, that is roughly equal to $13,000 today. The other situations will be $40,000, $80,000, and $160,000. You can now look at the particular data for the areas that you believe have the highest likelihood. Remember that this is 10 years from now. At that time, there will have been 3 more bull markets and even $160,000 for Ethereum. This is really bullish, so think about that. If gold only increases 3% annually over the following 10 years, that would be almost the same as its market cap. In the next 10 years, it's possible that Ethereum overtakes Bitcoin in the market cap, and Bitcoin reaches gold's market cap, and that flipping is currently occurring. That would essentially make one Ethereum worth $160,000. So, the trend is bullish. It's assumed that Ethereum will eventually outperform Bitcoin, which will then outperform gold, which will then slowly increase. But this is just my perspective. We're not predicting that Ethereum will reach an exaggerated value by the next cycle or anything of the sort. Now, I know this is an exciting update, but before that, I just wanted to let you know that I would greatly appreciate it if you guys clicked on the like button and press the bell over there to turn on your notifications. Done? Alright then, let's continue. So let's start looking at some of the numbers. For many people, getting into this situation will be one of the more difficult ones. Here, we'll go over how to simplify things a little bit. What if, however, you want to be in rich fire? Also, bear in mind that we'll estimate 2% staking rewards. Actually, we're going to count on a 3% withdrawal rate. So, it is likely that the value of your Ethereum will keep increasing by more than 3%. That, therefore, equates to a safe withdrawal rate of roughly 5%. We're going to assume that you have 3% of your Ethereum available for withdrawal. But, you're also taking the staking rewards annually. So, even if Ethereum merely increases to $5,000 in the situation of rich fire, you will still require a lot of it. You'll need roughly 4,000 Ethereum. In the next 10 years, the price of Ethereum will only increase by around 3 times. Because it isn't truly increasing that much, you would need to purchase a significant amount of it today for the opportunity to retire. Obviously, that's better than most investments. But a 3x gain on Ethereum in 10 years from the bear market's low to the market's high is not that much. In that case, let's assume Ethereum increases to $40,000 if you want to be in rich fire. You will require roughly 500 Ethereum, which is quite a lot. What if, however, you don't want to pay $1 million annually and believe Ethereum will increase to $40,000? Considering that Fat Fire requires 125 Ethereum, we may withdraw that 3% per year, receive the taking incentives, and spend $250,000 annually on expenditures. I am aware that there are quite a lot of data points in this, so take a moment to pause if necessary, and review some of the numbers. Furthermore, if we want to follow the traditional FIRE method, and, once again, we want to retire on Ethereum alone, ignoring all other investments, we believe that Ethereum would increase to 25 to 30 times from now on, reaching a maximum value of $40,000. We would require 50 Ethereum. Thus, that's quite a big sum. At that time, you would require roughly $2 million in Ethereum. But with a 5% withdrawal rate, you could take about $100,000 annually. In fact, that is quite doable. That isn't investing $1,000 in Ethereum now and being able to retire in 10 years after all. It is attainable, especially if you plan to purchase this over the next 10 years. What if you simply want to achieve lean fire? If you believe that we will increase to $40,000 in Ethereum, you will require roughly 25 Ethereum. And if you only intended to retire with coasting fire in order to quit investing, you believe Ethereum will reach $40,000 and then increase by 10% annually. By 2033, you would then require 7.46 Ethereum. I am aware that these kinds of values are still very difficult for people to reach and that it may be challenging to estimate the precise amount of money involved. Also, keep in mind that these numbers would be slightly different if we make it less or more aggressive with the staking and withdrawal rate. We're dealing with fairly large sums of money. The price is also challenging to estimate. I understand that some of you might be considering investing $10,000 in Ethereum and waiting it out. However, keep in mind, I do believe that variety is crucial. Even if I believe Ethereum will increase significantly over the next 10 years, it's not wise for someone, in my opinion, to invest all out on Ethereum. Diversifying investments inside and outside of crypto would be wise and what we suggest for most people, because there is a potential that Ethereum may drop below its current price and that cryptocurrencies as a whole won't even exist in 10 years. Whilst I don't believe it to be very realistic, it is still a possibility. What if you had the opportunity to purchase Ethereum at its lowest point during the previous bear market when it was approximately $900? You'll require significantly less money than you do now, substantially less, to be in a position to retire in the future. It will therefore be much simpler to retire if you can purchase at a lower price. Now, let us know what you think. Leave your comments below. We appreciate you for staying till the end. Kindly click the like, subscribe, and notification bell icons if you enjoyed this video. Visit our channel for more coin predictions, Bitcoin, altcoins, and cryptocurrency videos. Have a great day, and see you in our next video.